Hello and welcome everyone to another 5-minute breakdown. This is going to be a breakdown of BILI. So this is going to be a recording, but it should suffice. So pre-market, we had controlling prints at 24.50. Kind of overall story, it gapped up to about 25. There was really no accumulation in the pre-market at all. There was no buying in 24, 25. And the controlling market makers were at 24.50 on the bid side of things. So with that being said, the overall game plan into the morning was a push above 25 to build, and then we're going to be looking for a number 2 short setup back to 24.50 with ideal price target of 24 conservative, allowing that 24.50 selling position to make 50 cents on their position, allowing that pull up above 25 for them to build. 25 being a psychological level, hard to hold. It's a great spot to look for a trigger back down to the downside. So we're going to fast forward a little bit to about 2 minutes right before open. So we already have our game plan based upon the prints that we saw, the controlling prints we saw in the pre-market. And I did call this out on Twitter and Instagram beforehand, during the pre-market, call the expectations of those bids at 24.50, looking for the pull up above 25. So we should open any moment here. Gap up like that on the daily and just in general, like you'd see a lot more accumulation and shorter term buying in the pre-market or at open. You would just see, the intentions for market makers to acquire, and we just didn't see that at all. Instead, it was on the sell side. So market just opens here on this recording. The further above it gets, over 25 without that accumulation in terms of ask, shorter term or at the levels, the better. So first minute here, freeze a little bit. And then we get some above and below prints, nothing that we can read into. These purple and yellow prints, you can't really gather information to a high percentage. A lot of times it's just, firms executing whatever orders they have on their, desk in the morning. Highest moment of volume is always that first minute. So just looking at the substance above 25, 25 not an easy level to hold, especially without the substance on the buy side to say continuation. 25.50, nothing on the ask there, actually bids there. So at this point, I have an order set about 25.23, looking for a trigger down. Ideally, we get some more selling above 25 to show that they're shorting. They're going to follow that 24.50 position. But so 25.40 there, great selling. Just going to be looking for a trigger at this point. That definitely fits well into our picture from the market maker at 24.50 and above 25 being hard to hold. Some selling above like that. It's great for the indication that it's going to break the level. So again, just waiting for that trigger down. Price target is going to be 24 conservative. No real substance on this push up. This is just really a pull up from those 0.40 bids, which is ideal in the situation, gives us a better entry. The substance on this move is not accumulation, it's just a pull up for those 0.40 bids to build. That's our trigger right there. Boom, we're in. Our stop loss is going to be about 25 cents, 23, 25 cents. So realistically, our exit would be around that 25.50 region, and then our price target is 24. So risking about 25 cents for over $1 trade. Triggered right under 25 here. that market maker, we're in that region where that initial market maker was in the pre-market 2450, so I have to be mindful of that. A few more bids there at 2450. Nothing that's above print personality, indicating we're going to get a quick pull to build. So that's at print personality or slightly under. Shows continuation there. So really, this is just our number 2 setup from the prints in the pre-market. We got our pull up above cycle level 25, no buying above. We ended up getting that off level selling at 0.40, triggered down, price target 24, and there's our price target. And there's no real covering or anything coming in at the current moment. Tape's still showing and indicating, some selling at print personality or under. And there's our price target right there. And it was our conservative price target, right? So just giving us no real reason to get out. Some nice selling above 24 on this quick little pull up. Those 15s are nice. Show possibility of continuation. But overall, this is our number 2 setup, right? Bid prints, controlling bid prints, gives us our pull up above a psychological level. We get nice selling above that psychological level to show that they're going short as well towards the prints. And then we trigger right through 25. Gave us a beautiful trigger and hit our price target. And now we're just because we hit our price target doesn't mean we're out. It's conservative price target. I mean, at the end of the day, prints don't lie, right? There's a lot of interest in this, over, the scanners, a lot of news, what have you. Doesn't really matter. But the fact that, we gapped up from 19 to about 25 and we didn't see any buying, it tells us a lot already. And then, controlling was 2450 bids. That gives you an indication that the market makers are not looking to go long in this instance, or, that's not what they're setting up for. They're really setting up for this move. That market maker 2450 was setting up for this. Really no off-level buying, shorter term or at the levels, at the open to indicate continuation of a pull-up from those 2450 bids. And that's a $2 trade right there. 23 bids. So those 23 bids are above print personality though, given the market. We haven't seen that size at a level the whole open. So I'd be, preparing to take exposure off there. It's already blown $1 past our price target. Odds are this gives us another dollar pull up from those 23 bids because those are above print personality, but overall, so over a $2 trade. And we based everything around the 2450 market maker that was controlling the pre-market. We set up a game plan in terms of how much that market maker needed to build and what was a logical place, and that was above 25. We set up what we needed to see above 25 to show that there was, shorter term money shorting back to 2450, set a conservative price target of 24, and we also had our risk to reward ratio. Our stop was with 25 cents risk to $1 trade, and obviously ended up being more than that. We took a proper trigger. This is a very, very high percentage trade to start your day off of. But all right, that's just the quick one for the day. Hope you all enjoy these quick sessions and reviews.